You've encountered your first task. You have 3 stat pools: might, speed, intellect. You can spend to increase your chances of success. This is called using effort. Okay. To more easily move the bowl in front of you, use the mouse to spend might for a high level of effort. Don't worry if you fail this task. In Torment, failure often results in interesting outcomes. Okay, I'll buy it. What did I just do? What did I just do? That happened way too quickly. Alright, so I gotta give everything a chance. Blood trails from your fingers into the hungry depths of the bowl. Drop, it fills your blood, mixing with the light until the air itself takes on a strange reddish hue. Ripples spread over the blurred outline of your reflection. Okay. Sanguine radiance spills across a segmented floor, washing away the nearest shadows and pouring into your mind, melting the ragged edges of your fragmented thoughts. You are not whole, not yet, but you've begun to heal, and the damage done in your long fall. I fell from essentially a plane, and I'm okay. I was falling long enough to contemplate these things and look and study the earth and decide whether I wanted to crunch up in a fetal position or like look at my body. And that's before who knows how long I was falling before I woke up. A voice calls from out of nowhere, high above and beyond the reaches of the spreading light. Okay, so I get some actions here. Look at this place. Wait, I can examine something. Light around the door dims. No symbol tells you might be beyond this enormous door. Countless scratch. So I gotta go to the voice that was calling me. As soon as you touch the orb, memory floods your mind. You stand in front of a rusted door. The air is humid and dank. You have moments of respite from the waterlogged hell, the bubble of stale air, your resting point. I don't know what's going on here. You've breathed water before, and you've lived decades beneath the waves, but this body's an air breather, and the constant pressure has been crushing you ever so subtly. Worse, your companion's mind seems to be wandering from the task at hand. He's a genius with machines, as you well know. Now he seems distracted. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. The device in his hands is covered in knobs, wires, and antennae, and he believes it can get the 2 through the corroded door. He believes that it can get the 2 through the corroded door, but he's merely staring at it. Perhaps he's lost faith in his invention, but that's hardly your concern. The mission cannot be delayed. It must proceed. Cast the spell. You mumble a few words, drawing power from the air around you until a solution appears in your mind. You snatch the device from his hand, rewire it, and shove it back at him. Oh, he says, seeing your work. Sorry, I was trying to improve the thing. He waves a device at the door, and the stale air of your bubble freshens. As the door swings open, a dark hallway lies beyond the passage that links the water-bordered cells and the aquatic viewing areas. Aquatic viewing areas. What you seek lies there. Moments later, you're underwater again, your hands closing around your strange yet familiar artifact. You need it to complete something. It hovers above the pedestal, rotating in the dark tower. An electric current runs through your fingers as your hands crosses the vertical plane of the pedestal, and an iridescent field coalesces, so fast that the wave of pressure dazes you for a moment. The rising pulse of a sonar alarm ripples through the water. The guards won't be far behind. Run, you can come back for it. They won't be able to protect it forever. Disable the sonar pulse. Use the device to stop them. One of the ciphers in your belt. So it looks like a lot of these choices mean something. Focus the cloudy base of the pedestal. Your fingers instinctively find the control panel for the jewel force field, almost as if you had built it in the first place. You remove it, casting it to the side, and you reach inside to deactivate the crystals that power both the pulse and the pedestal. As you remove them, a scaly hand falls on your shoulder. Your head whips around and you see only the inky blackness of a piscine eye. I don't know what that word is. What is going on here? The memory begins to phase if you are being drawn backwards through a tunnel and you hear more pylons rising from the pit. Something is wrong. The events within the orb have settled you into a gap in your mind, but the edges of it are rough, as though the memory itself is not truly yours. There's something else. A gust of sour air is pulling at you like a predator inhaling the scent of its prey at the far end of a dark, whispering field. No! It really crashed. I got that on stream. Oh my god. Really? That's frustrating. That doesn't go well for these guys. I saw all the bad reviews, but I thought that this was really cool story. I assume if it was my PC, the stream would be down. You wouldn't be able to see me at all. Let's go to options. Let's do some graphics downgrades here. I mean, I could play in 4K. Do I want to do that? It's already crashing. Like what? Let's go low, I guess. I gotta pick all over again. I gotta do this twice because the game... That's fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna be a male, yes. Okay, I'm falling.
Force your eyes open.
I'm gonna look around.
Fleshy cocoon surrounds the cocoon. Rips away. The wind buffets you.
I get this.
Burns your eyes. But you don't need to.
I'm gonna flatten out.
Spread your arms and legs, and they respond. Below you, you see a large landmass. Now
I study the world.
This appears to be further to the north and east. You see a broad plain scattered with curious structures. It's fruitless. You've reached you strike the darkness.
Darkness. That was pretty crispy. Okay. So fucked up, man. I'm gonna interact with this dish here. Let's examine the bowl. Let's examine the bowl again. Alright, let's move the bowl. What does this do? What is this guy? What is that guy? Base difficulty 45, cast off modifiers. You've thoroughly investigated the bowl. Oh, I did it without getting hurt because I investigated the bowl. Okay, at least going back, I got to learn about that part. And the light probably won't be red because my blood isn't in it. That's cool that there's that much variation within the first minute and a half of the game. Okay, That's a little redeeming if I can get this to not crash. And what is that guy? Character abilities. Can I change what I look like? At some point, I want to be a black dude. I'm just saying, if it doesn't matter, right? Like, I should be able to choose. I gotta go back through these memories. I'm gonna cast a spell. Yep. And then, you know, I'm gonna disable the sonar pulse because I kind of created it. And then now I'm back to normal. And should I save right now? Can I save? There we go. Dark Fathom. Let's save that bitch right there. Return to game. So the next time you fucking crash. How do I get up here? This mirror looks strange, as though when you see it in real, you're the reflection. I gotta go to this orb again. Alright, another flashback. You stand beside a woman in a verdant crag. On a verdant crag. Beneath the two of you is a broad plateau towering above the overgrowth far below. Strange machines have been built into the cliffside, presumably for reconnaissance or defense. A metallic disc gleams from the center of the plateau. You are self-aware. Humanoid machines drill into the base of the cliffs below. You are looking for a sanctuary, and you were desperately. If you were looking for a sanctuary, and you were desperately, this seems like the right place. Man, I am getting dyslexic in my old fucking age. I don't know about this, says the woman, her voice flat and neutral. Her face is turned away from you. What makes this place any more secure than the other ones we found? Convince her with the wisdom of your superior intellect. Use your charms to persuade her of the merits on the inside. What would I do? Would I like charm her, the merits, try to convince her? No, I'd use either my intellect or I would try to draw her attention to a detail of some kind. Alright. You shade your eyes against the bright sun and thin bands radiating out of the metallic disc. How the energy of the bands affects the local fauna, suggesting an enormous source of prior world energy. She thinks deeply. It's geologically sound? Have you run sounding samples and checked the strata? No major caverns or weaknesses show up on your resonance scans. She waits for your affirmations and says, "Alright, I'm convinced." You sketch your plans for the sanctuary, draw the architectural diagrams, and descend the plateau, examine the ground. The woman suggests you have one of the servitors build the shelter for your time here. You try to draw one of the constructs away from its task, but it doesn't respond to your voice. When you lay a hand on its shoulder to reinforce your command, it whirls around and strikes you across the face with inhuman speed. It turns back to its task, ignoring you. Your companion helps you rise, laughter in ours. It seems your construct has other ideas. What's the matter with it? Use Numenera integrated into the construct by to overwhelm the behavior, malfunction. Examine the construct for mechanical faults. Look for a deeper solution. The actuators are corrupted. You dig into the construct's back. You see it seems not to mind as long as you don't interfere with the task. Definitely, you reset the actuator and see energy spark into the disused portion of the construct's brain. The construct resumes its work, and this time it listens when you speak. Acknowledged, it obediently says. Image freezes, you fade, then fades, and you feel the memory fill in the gap in your mind. Okay, cool. Blocked by a jagged block, you stagger, clutching your head, reclaiming your memory hurts. Once more, there's something else. Hair lifts one by one on the back of your neck. Something beyond this room can sense what you are doing. It is hunting you. Is it the sorrow? I want a room like this. This is what the Bat Cave should look like. Another memory. A vision of a city springs up around you. Your city in flames and under attack. Her defenders have fought and died all day, and the attackers still keep coming. They fight as if your destruction were demanded of them. They care nothing for mercy, surrender, or plunder. What they want is blood, but you have brought a keen companion to the top of the tower. She has seen the way to stop the invaders. You need to get her to safety, and you need to rally your defenders. Okay, so I'm building my defense in the side of a mountain using these metal constructs against these invaders, I would imagine. But even as you turn toward the door of the tower, 2 attackers ascend from a hovering machine. You don't have time to strike at them before they land. One is brutishly large. His weapon is a vibrating axe. The other is a slim, sheathed in glassy armor and holding a hilt with a whizzing invisible blade. That's kind of cool. Your companion backs away. She's too young to help your enemies. Advance single file confined by the parapet. Trade blows with the giant. You can handle it, at least for a strike or 2. Duck under the giant's swing and attack before he can. Fight defensively and figure out who presents the greater threat. So I see what it's doing. I think each of these choices I'm slowly building my character attribute with, and then at the end of this memory sequence I'm gonna have a strong guy, or a, you know, defensive guy, or a agile guy. So I'm gonna play this as if this was me. I was standing on a cliff with a female child who can't fight and help out, and 2 men, one large, one small, is coming to me. I would try to attack first. I don't know if I'm agile enough to duck under. I'm definitely big enough to try to trade blows for at least a strike or 2. But he's got an axe. What do I have? Able to bring her weapon to bear until he's out of the way. It's clear she expects him to handle you, and her eyes rove behind you. Focus on the ward. Focus on your ward. She certainly not expect you to dive between the giant's legs and come up inside her guard. Immediate threat ended. You can focus to find a way back to your allies. You open the tower door, rush down the stairs. At the door at the base. Wait, what did I do to her? You catch her before it barely. She's into the giant, and he topples, bisected. Okay. Enemy soldiers behind you. You open the door, rush down the stairs. The door at the base of the stairs is slightly cracked, opening just a bit in the hall, and you hear more of the enemy soldiers beyond. Fuck. So I gotta sneak past people. What would real Warren do? After that encounter, I would probably assume that my luck is run out. I wouldn't want to fucking do that again. So I'm gonna just run through him, screaming. You charge, the dim shadows burst through the doorway, ramming the nearest soldier. He falls, you rebound nimbly off him to direct hit from his companion's blade. Impact launches you down the hall just as you hoped, though the blow makes your ears ring. You come to your feet, race, ignoring the mild ache in your chest. Projectiles skimp and spark off the walls. You barely feel the singe. Feel the single desperate bolt that deflects off of your reinforced backplate. Memory fades. You find yourself back in your own body. Your temples throb with the racing force of your heartbeat, and the reclaimed memories blaze around you like a bonfire on a mountain peak, visible to every predator for kilometers around. The tremor rocks the floor beneath you as a massive fist has struck the room itself. Guess I'm going through there.
Let's go.
Alright, let me save again. We're gonna overwrite that.
Yes.
Okay. The border of this mirror is lavishly decorated with dizzying numbers of interlocked symbols, daggers, masks, paintbrushes, amulets, and more, but that's nothing compared to what you see in the glass. See a vast crowd of people, exact doppelgangers of you, shoving, arguing with, and fighting each other. Most are drab imitations of you, but of precious few are vivid, and you pull your attention. Most of them bear an intricate pentagonal tattoo on their head. Pentagonal. In their eyes or actions, you see memories you discovered within the orb and the choices you made, shining like distant stars. Your hand twitches at your side, and though some of the bright doppelgangers ignore you, an even smaller number immediately turn to you, waiting for you to choose them and learn what you might become. What? A rumble shakes the room. A slow vibration spreads from the darkness, rippling towards the ceiling. You point at a doppelganger, observing all others. Sliding around the edge of the unruly crowd, doppelganger cautions you to silence with a finger at its lips. Together, you scan the room and its inhabitants, noting every potential hazard, hearing every drip of strange liquid in the depths beneath your feet. Quietly, the doppelganger waits for your decision. Yes, that is who I am. Observant. The remaining doppelgangers scatter for the edge of the mirror and vanish. Your chosen identity steps forward. Its appearance changes as it steps out of the rippling glass. Its face exudes intelligence and confidence. Shadows of several devices shimmer all around, technology of several kinds, and a myriad of past ages. Myriad? You get the feeling you would be comfortable with all of it. The word nano sounds in your mind. Doppelganger continues walking, stepping into you, feeling you, making you whole. Your decisions ring into the cavernous room, awakening and unlocking vast machines behind the walls. Suddenly, a grotesque noise rings through your shared worlds like a bell, if bells could rot. Something is coming. Mirror fades, leaving a dark open hallway. You take a deep breath and step through. Sweet. Your choice in the memories and in the mirror have begun to build your character. But now you have the opportunity to decide on a number of details. First, you can decide to change the type. Type defines abilities and skills you'll be able to acquire as you advance. Mages, wizards, sorcerers, witches by the 9th ward, whatever they're called, nano master mysteries of the past to the degree that they seem to perform miracles using esoteries. I'm butchering these words. They tap into nano spirits, luminous particles, sophisticated landscape, reality. Adventurers, jack of all trades. I mean, I would absolutely be a wizard. Onslaught. Choose a damage type. Deal 5 damage of that type and confer a minor additional effect based on the choice. 1 damage per effort. Max plus 6. Defended by willpower. Consumes action. Practice with handling ciphers allow you to carry more without risking ill effects. Gain a free level. Abilities unlocked. Okay. Type. Unlocks conversation options and 20% bonus, and ability confers visual concentration. Oh, this is my concentration and perception. Okay, so I guess I can't change those. This is my type. Pool. 2 points remaining. course, I'm extremely smart. I can barely read. So it's obvious that my intellect's an 8. The surface thoughts of most people or creatures you speak with appear in conversation. Ah, my eye. Remove all negative fettles. Do I need ciphers? I don't even know what ciphers are, man. Teleporting people seems fucking great. Adaptation, protect people. Surface thoughts of most people or creatures you speak with appear in conversations. I want to be able to read people's minds. Yeah, okay. That's just, you know, it's a playthrough. Whatever, bro. Most skills increase your chance of success on specific kinds of actions. Descriptors often leave some skills in the inability level, meaning they inflict penalties. Oh. Lore. Natural. Definitely want for machinery. Oh, I only get one or the other. Seems like machinery is going to be way more valuable here. Fuck. But I probably should have got a cipher. So I'll take mystical. Natural. Mystical. Okay. Okay. Although you choose your descriptor from among the many doppelgangers in the mirror, you now have a chance to view the specific bonuses and penalties it grants. You can also examine the effects of the other descriptors and choose a new one. So, intellect, learned. Yes. Intelligent. Deception. Cipher use. Okay. Mystical. I might just stay with mystical. Quick fingers. Light weapons. And yeah, I'm gonna stay with that and confirm. But I don't get to change how I look, bruh. I don't get to change how I look. This is your last chance. Yeah, I'll do this. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fucking save before this thing crashes again on me. It's bullshit. What is this? Codex entry unlocked. The labyrinth. The specter. Everything about this spectral figure seems dreamlike. He is a hazy silhouette who seems to be made of blue glass smoke. He wears stylish, well-cut clothes. His handsome, bearded face seems hauntingly familiar, though you've never seen him before. He breathes a sigh of relief when he sees you. Okay, whatever. We weren't sure that would work. We pulled our strength and channeled it through me to reach you, to wake you up. It took more out of them than we thought. The other reflectors, they're more like shadows now. Look, I'll bet you got a lot of questions. This whole place is basically in your mind. Your body's still out there in the real world healing from that fall, but you need to get out there and finish the process. It shouldn't be too hard. Before I met you, felt like something was hunting me. Who are you? I'm you. I'm part of your mind. I'm a splinter. I was here waiting for you. We called you with the memories of the others who were here. I don't know what happened next. What are those other people? You call them reflectors. That's what they are. As I said, it's your mind. You find reflections of people you knew, people you met in the real world, and with whom you share this psychic connection. I don't know how or why, it just happens. How do you know all this? I'm just a part of you. I look at you and I know this place was made for you, for us, and I remember pieces of knowledge that come to me when I ask, but that's all. If this is my mind, how come I don't remember any of this, or you? It's your mind. A construct to build, I don't know, share thoughts, store your true self. Wait, you know how people say in the first place? This is definitely the first place of your memory. Well, it was the first place for me anyway. You probably know better since it's yours. If you don't remember, maybe it'll come to you later. What's hunting me? Large black furious. It's our death. It's the sorrow. I hope it's lost interest in you. If it finds us, we're done for. What do you mean finish the process? After you wake up from this dream state and attune to the tides, you need to find something called a resonance chamber. Your body should have landed somewhere near it. Just climb inside that. Everything will be fine. What do you mean attune to the sides? Tides are like a force, like gravity or magnetism or something, except they respond to people's actions, perceptions, your body. That's where seeing people's thoughts might come in handy. Okay. That is, your body in the real world needs to tides to survive. It's not something you need to worry about. Your body will attune as it wakes up. What's a resonance chamber? I remember pieces about it, but not the whole. It's a crystal sarcophagus. I remember having 5 mechanical arms around metal rings out on the floor. I think we were aiming for it when we fell. Then you open your eyes in the real world. It should be nearby. So how to get back to the real world? There's a portal down there. It'll take you back to your body. Just step through it, and the whole tides thing should take care of itself. When you wake up, find the resonance chamber and activate it. Then we can... Wait, what the hell is that? It's the sorrow! Sorrow anchored to these reflections, devouring their power. We have to get rid of them. Destroy its anchors, or else sorrow will erase us forever. Crisis begins when you enter into a dangerous situation. Crises are turn-based encounters where you fight, sneak, manipulate the environment, or talk your way out of trouble. Doesn't seem like I'm talking my way out of this one. Each turn you can take an action or to attack or activate an ability, or you can also make a move. The reflection near you, kill it, you loosen the sorrow. Okay. Attack an enemy, or move to a position, try clicking on the highlighted character arrow. Effort can be applied to attack to increase your chances of hit. As with other tasks, each level of effort increases your chances by 20 at the cost of 1 point from a stat pool. Unarmed attacks use speed, but other weapons and abilities may use might or intellect instead. That's one hell of a punch. Grab what your mind is going to hide inside your mind. You can sacrifice your action turn to the double move instead. Attacking the movement preview line turns purple and over a position that requires a double move. Can I go back? I gotta move.
Go. All right.
No.
Of course. What do you think of this?
The Sorrow's turn. It's infecting it somehow. Fettles or temporary conditions of status effect that improve or reduce a character's stats. The Sorrow has just placed a fettle on the remaining reflection. You can remove this fettle, but you may find a way to overcome it.
Yes.
Mental energy. Oh no. Okay. Where's the fucking mirror glass? To pick a loot, highlight option, take all.
Yes. Now.
To activate an icon, left click on the icon, items icon bar above your portrait. Okay, there it is. I'm really confused by this attack system. This isn't like, or maybe it is like Wasteland and I'm just not like in, I don't know. You pried it loose. That thing is a cancer and an infection. It's unstoppable, but you stopped it. Can't believe it found us in here. That thing, the Sorrow, it's been hunting you. It's what killed you in the first place. It'll keep hunting you until you activate the resonance chamber. I didn't remember it until I saw it, but that's why the chamber is so important. You have to get back to activate the chamber before it's too late. The portal to your body is that shimmering dome there. Go now.
I'm going.
I am going. Alright. Saving as soon as I can.
Where did he fall from? His body's smashed to talc. So wonder he's still breathing.
All I saw was the corona, not his origin point. But look, he's healing already. Spontaneous regeneration.
The hell? What did you do, Calistige? Suspicious. The first thing you notice is a man, kaleidoscope of tattoos writhing across the forearm in a dark cloak or whatever. You blame me? He emitted an internal physiological reaction in response to the fall, probably related to fantastic healing process, obviously. Allegern. He's the changing god. Calestige is deliberately blinding herself, but why? What do you mean? It's a novel experience. With the word changing, Allegern implies inconsistency, thus changing God may well have changed. You have to forgive him. He believes you're someone he once knew, even though it's painfully obvious to anyone that you're newly born. Okay, so I am the changing God in this new body. I and my sisters in Calestige. This is Alistair. We're explorers, knowledge seekers who came to be in this room. If I'm not mistaken, you are what we call a cast-off. Body and mind. Your sire used your body for a time, then abandoned it for reasons of his own. When his mind departed from experience, you were born into his cast-off shell. I gotta get through this before I can save, before it crashes again. That's something coming from you. Changing God is your sire, dear. He discovered a path to immortality long ago, which means to transfer himself to a new form. I don't think he knew, however, that he abandoned body, his mind birth to fill the void. He sees us as experiments, not humans. You see, I was born. Why am I not dead? I used the cipher to slow your fall further, but the damage would have killed an ordinary person. But think about it. If you're the kind of person who can make your body into anything you want, what do? If you constructed bodies for centuries, you want to make each better than the last. You want to live forever. Maybe you're not going to let your life end by accident. No, you'll make strong bodies, fast, powerful, maybe throw in regeneration while you're at it. Okay, that makes sense. The change god has always been vain. He rarely stays long in a shell that doesn't suit his self-image. Perhaps the change god fled because he didn't want to wear those scars of yours. Body, where is he now? Then his consciousness fled to another. Oh, do stop. If there's something we know about the changing god, dear, it's always has a contingency. This child was born here. The object of your obsession will have been reborn somewhere else. How can you be sure that's a cast-off body? Miraculous reformation. All the cast-offs have one, though its purpose is beyond me. And then, of course, there's your delicious naivete. He could be faking it. You don't live hundreds of years without learning to lie convincingly. Oh, for what do you think? Are you a newborn child, a powerful immortal whose death has robbed of his memories? I knew it. I knew it. He said, what if? Honestly, one who's lived as cautiously for so many years, admit his identity to people like us, well, I'll have to answer for it to a lot of people. Subject, you sire, study a great depth. I'm afraid it is in my field of inquiry. Are you sure that surge didn't hurt you? Something else. Fall didn't kill me. Is there anything that can? Having seen your regenerative ability, I suspect that they are primarily physical and a regrowth. Disease could pose a problem. I know several entities capable of psychic destruction. She speaks of vision flashes in your mind. It's not yours exactly. You know, is this? You're in a dark room lit by myriad, whatever, blinking holograms. A various amount of blinking holograms. What about a body that can withstand the sorrow's attack? Maybe, says a voice. No. The thing has respect. No respect for barriers of any kind. Physical, temporal, psychic. This is the only way. Resident Chamber works. Give us the power to stop the Sorrow's hunt once and for all. We just need the right focal point. It clearly needs repair. Or flesh-eating viruses, one presumes. Disfigurement by the Iron Wind would likewise be devastating enough to... I think he gets the point, Kelestish.
I'll remember that.
Not likely that it may be impossible for you to find people with appropriate knowledge. I'm sure the cult of the changing god will hold the answer. Insane help newborn. Was your judgment on her and take him to the order of truth? Sanctum of your sire is a common belief that there are several such places throughout the ninth world, possibly other worlds as well. Only able to gain entry to this one because of your grand entrance. What do you know about the sorrow? I've had my own share of sorrows, but never the sorrow. What is that, a disease? I know nothing about it. Why do you hate the changing god so much? You should know, shouldn't you? You've ruined lives, committed crimes, and now it seems like you've forgotten the harms you've engineered. You left a trail of dead and dying behind you. He's not the changing god, Olagern. Are there other cast-offs? Dozens, hundreds. Who can say? Your sire's been doing this for several centuries. All of them were born the way you claim to have been. I wonder any of them survive. Vision of myself in other places. Saw you stare into space with Calgary perfectly described all the ways you could die, but that's about it. Alright, hold on, I'll come with you. We want to get lost, could we? What might do to the child. Alright then, let's go. You've gained your first companions. They will follow the last cast off and can be controlled during a crisis. Speak with them about their past and take advantage of their unique abilities. Companions have their own motivations and personalities, and depending on the choices you make, they may not follow you forever. You will find more companions who can join us as you travel the ninth world. Take this opportunity to explore your surroundings. You may find items, equipment that assist you. When you're ready, you can leave the Broken Dome using the stairs to the northeast. I'll take this time to save. At least I know we've got auto saves. Alright.
Go.
Yeah. 17 shins.
I'm going.
Who's this guy? Let's see what's in here. Examine the suspended arms. Across the ring, paying attention. Inspect the metal ring. Examine the shards on the ground. Alright, nothing there. What is that?
Let's go.
Found him. Yeah, let's take that. Shin. Heal points of intellect, okay. And moss.
All right.
What is this guy? Sleep back and impressive device hunts before you reach the touch of triangle light. Cast a blaze of life. An image holds in your mind. Tower crystal revives. The air is dead and stifling. Emerald Peak. Command me, the device. Oh, okay. Who are you? Command was not understood. What commands do you recognize? That's faster. You rev your eyes. Command me. Show me the list of commands slower, please. What is that arc you showed me? Am I losing intellect?